A flagpole lies on top of a tower. So there is a tower and flagpole is lying on top of that. At a point 9 meter away from the foot of the tower, 9 meter away from foot of a tower, the angles of elevation of the top and bottom of flagpole, of the top and angles of elevation of the top and bottom of flagpole are 60 and 30 degree. So this big angle will be 60 degree and this smaller angle will be 30 degree, right? Find the heights of the tower and the flagpole mounted on it. Okay, and they have said this is 9 meters, right? Now let's say the height of tower, let it be x, and height of flagpole, let it be y. And they have asked us to find height of both the tower and the pole. Alright. Now if you take this triangle, we have 30 degrees, we have opposite and adjacent. So tan 30 degree equal to opposite, that is x, by adjacent, that is 9. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to x by 9. So 9 will go here, x will become 9 by root 3. So into root 3 into root 3. So we get 9 root 3 by 3. So 3 ones are 3 3s are. So 3 root 3 meters. So we got x as 3 root 3 meters, which is nothing but the height of the tower. So height of the tower is this. Now to find height of pole, we take the entire triangle. The whole angle is 60, opposite and adjacent. So tan 60 degree equal to opposite, that is 3 root 3 plus y. 3 root 3 plus y by adjacent, which is 9. Now tan 60 is root 3 equal to 3 root 3 plus y by 9. Transpose 9 into 3 root 3, 9 root 3 equal to 3 root 3 plus y. Now when I transpose this becomes 9 root 3 minus 3 root 3 equal to y. Now root 3 can be taken common, we get 9 minus 3 inside equal to y. So y equal to 9 minus 3 is 6, 6 into root 3, 6 root 3 meters. So we got height of flagpole as 6 root 3 meters. The next second question, guys. Two boats approach a lighthouse in mid-sea from opposite directions. So let's say this is the sea and this is the lighthouse in mid-sea. So two boats are approaching it from here and here. So they are coming nearer, alright, from opposite directions. The angles of elevation of the top of the lighthouse from the two boats are 30 and 45. So let's say from this boat it is 30 and from this boat it is 45 degree, alright, respectively. If the distance between the two boats is 100, so they have given us this distance, this is 100. Find the height of the lighthouse. Now guys, if this much is 100, let's say this is x. So this will be 100 minus x. And let this be the height of the lighthouse. Over, we got two triangles with, here we have angle 30, here we have opposite and adjacent. So tan 30 degree equal to opposite by adjacent, that is h by x. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3, right? 1 by root 3 equal to h by x. So transposing x equal to root 3 h. So from this we got x equal to root 3 h. Now taking this one. So we have angle opposite and adjacent. So tan 45 degree equal to opposite, that is h, by adjacent, that is 100 minus x. Tan 45 is 1, h by 100 minus. Now x is root 3h, so I'll write it as root 3h. Now when I transpose this, 1 into this is itself, so 100 minus root 3h equal to h. So 100 equal to h plus root 3h. So 100 equal to, if I take h common, I get 1 plus root 3. So when I transpose this down, h becomes 100 by 1 plus root 3. Or root 1 plus root 3 can be also written as root 3 plus 1. This is how I'll write it. Now we have to rationalize. So root 3 plus 1 into root 3 minus 1. So up also root 3 minus 1. So h equal to 100 into root 3 minus 1 by a square minus b square will get from this. So a square is root 3 square, that is 3, minus b square, that is 1 square, that is 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 ones are 50s are. So what is the height of the lighthouse? 50 into root 3 minus 1 meters. Alright guys, now the third question. A bridge across a river makes an angle 45 degree with the river bank. Alright. If the length of the bridge is 150, find the width of the river. Alright. So let this be the river width. A bridge across it makes an angle 45 degree and the length of the bridge is 150 meters. This is what they have said. So now we have hypotenuse and we need to find the adjacent side, which is the width of the river. So hypotenuse and adjacent goes to cos theta. So cos 45 degree is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, right? Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 equal to x by 150. So 150 goes there, it becomes 150 by root 2 equal to x. So now rationalizing into root 2, we get 150 root 2 by 2 equal to x. So 2 ones are 75 are. So what is x? X equal to 75 root 2 meters. So the width of the river is 75 root 2. Now the fourth question guys, a man on top of a tower observes a car moving at uniform speed coming towards it. So now let's say this is the road, this is the top of the tower. Let's say the car was here. Now it is moving towards it at uniform speed. Okay. If it takes 12 minutes for the angle of depression to change from 30 to 45. Alright. So now it is coming towards, now angle of depression has changed from 30. So initial angle of depression was this. So this is 30 degree. The next angle of depression is this 45. So this is 45 degree. So it took 12 minutes to come from, it took 12 minutes for the angles to change from this to this, right? How soon after this will the car reach the tower? So after this, how much time will it take to reach the tower? So let height of the tower be h. Now speed equal to distance by time. This distance equal to speed into time. Alright. So what do we have? What is this distance? Speed into time. Speed we do not know, but time it took to come there was 12 minutes. So this will be 12 into s. And the distance here we neither know the speed nor the time. So let it be st. Alright. Now how much time did it take? The car take to come from here to here is what they have asked. Now taking this first, this triangle first. So we have tan 45 equal to h by st. But tan 45 is 1. So 1 equal to h by st. So 1 into st equal to h. So this is what we get from here. Now taking this triangle entire thing, we get tan 30 degree equal to h by st plus 12s, right? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. H is nothing but st from above. So st by st plus 12s. Now I take this here, 1 into st plus 12s is same as that, equal to root 3 into st. So root 3 st. Now I take st that side. So I get 12s equal to root 3 st minus s into t. So now 12s equal to, I can take st common, root 3 minus 1. Yeah. So s equal to 12s equal to st into root 3 minus 1, right? Alright. Now this s and this s will cancel. Why? Because when I bring this s, it becomes, it comes to the denominator. So this s and this s will cancel. So I get 12 equal to t into root 3 minus 1. So t equal to 12 by root 3 minus 1. So to rationalize denominator, into root 3 plus 1, above also into root 3 plus 1. So I get 12 into root 3 plus 1 by a square minus b square, root 3 square is 3, minus 1 square is 1. So 3 minus 1, 2, or here we get 6 into root 3 plus 1 minutes. Fifth question guys, a man on a deck of a ship 12 meter above water. So this is water and this is the deck of the ship, 12 meter above water. observes the angle of elevation of a top of a cliff is 60 and angle of depression of the base is 30. So the cliff is bigger. Let's say, okay, it was still here. Angle of elevation of the top is 60 and the angle of depression of the base is 30. Angle of depression is this. I will not use this in this problem. Alright. Find the distance of the cliff from the ship and the height of the cliff. So let's say this is x, the distance of the ship from the cliff. This is 12, so this much will be 12, and let's say this is y. Alright. Now, if this is x, this also will be x. Now taking this triangle first, right angle, we get tan 60 degree equal to opposite by adjacent, that is y by x. Tan 60 is root 3, x when it comes here, it becomes root 3x equal to y. So we got one equation. Now taking this triangle, this one, this is also a right angle triangle, it's right angle over here, right? So we get tan 30 is equal to opposite by adjacent. So tan 30 degree equal to opposite, that is 12, by adjacent, that is x. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to 12 by x. X comes here, 1 into xx, 12 into root 3, 12 root 3 meters. So now we have found the distance between ship and cliff. Now using this, y equal to root 3 into x, that is root 3 into 12 root 3. So root 3 into root 3, 3 into 12, 36 meters. So this is 36 meters. But what is the height of the cliff? 36 plus 12 together, right? 36 plus 12. So that is 48 meters. So height of the cliff is 48 meters. Alright guys, now the next question. The pilot of a jet flying horizontally at a speed of 1200 km per hour, okay, observes that the angle of depression of a point on ground. So the jet is here, let's say the ground is here, he observes the angle of depression to a point on ground changes from 30 degree to 45 degree. So the angle is getting steeper, which means it is coming towards the point. So it changes from 30 degree to, okay, this is the horizontal, sorry, I'll just show again. This is the horizontal, this is 30, which means this also will be 30, and this is 45, which means this whole angle will be 45. I'll take it like that, and the height is here, let's say. Alright. In 15 seconds, it changes from this from here to here, it is coming in 15 seconds. Alright. Find the height at which jet is flying. Now guys, they have, what is the speed? It is, what have they said? The speed of the jet was 1200 km per hour. But they have given us things in seconds and we have to find height in meters probably. Since they have told us 15 seconds, we'll convert these to meter per second. So how do we convert kilometer per hour to meter per second? 1200 kilometers is into 1000 meters by, it is per hour. So divided by 3600, right? You have to 1000 by 3600 because 1 hour has 3600 seconds, right? So this goes, then 12 hundreds are, 12 threes are, so we get 100 into 10, 1000 by 3 meter per second. I will not convert this to decimals, let it be like that. So what is, the speed is 1000 by 3 meter per second. So this much it travels in 1 second. So in 15 seconds, how much will it travel? So distance in 15 seconds will be this much in 1 second. So in 15 seconds will be into 15. So 3 ones are 5s are 5 into 1000, 5000 meters. Alright guys, so now we have got this distance as 5000 meters. Let this be x and let this be the height, right? Now taking this, okay, first we have to take this, taking this angle, this triangle. What do we have? Tan 30 equal to h by, first we'll take this triangle, this one. So we have tan 45, this is also h by x. So we have tan 45 equal to h by x by taking this triangle. Tan 45 is 1 equal to h by x. So x 1 into x equal to h. So we got x equal to h. Now taking this triangle, the second one, we have tan 30 degree equal to opposite, that is h, by x plus 5000. But what do we have? We have x as h. So instead of, or x equal to h, so instead of x, we'll put it as h. And tan 30, okay, tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to h by h plus 5000. Now transposing here, h plus 5000 equal to h into root 3 h. Now h, I'll take that side, so I get 5000 equal to root 3 h minus h. So if I take h common from here, what remains? H into root 3 minus 1. So h equal to 5000 by root 3 minus 1. So I have to rationalize. So into root 3 plus 1 into root 3 plus 1. So what does this give us? 5000 into root 3 plus 1 by here a square minus b square, root 3 square 3, 1 square is 1, so 3 minus 1, 2. So this becomes 2500 into root 3 plus 1. So what is the answer? 2500 into root 3 plus 1 meters. Alright? Or 2.5 into root 3 plus 1 kilometer is it? Now the seventh problem in the test, guys. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 60 meter above a lake. So let's say this is the lake. Let's say this is 60 meter. The angle of elevation of a cloud, which means angle cloud is somewhere up. So the angle of elevation of a cloud is 30 degree. This is 30 degree, right? This cloud is at this height from the lake, let's say. And the angle of depression of its reflection is 60 degree. So the reflection will be somewhere here and the angle of depression, so I will not take this, angle of depression is 60 degree, right? Find the height of the cloud from lake surface. So from here to here, how much it is? Now this is 60, this is also 60. Let's say this is x, right? This much is 60. Now guys, how much will this be? This is the important part. This is the lake surface. If you remember in from physics, the image is as far behind the mirror as you are in front of it, as far behind the plane mirror as you are in front of it. So this surface of a lake is acting like a plane mirror. So the reflection will be as far down as the cloud is above it. So this will be 60 plus x. It will be, this will be equal to this. The height of the cloud will be equal to the height distance of the depth of the reflection. This is what you need to remember. Now let's say distance between them is y. So this also will be y. So now taking this triangle first. We have tan 30 degree equal to x by y. So 1 by root 3 equal to x by y. So transposing I get y equal to root 3x. So from here I got y equal to root 3x. Now taking this triangle, this is the right angle triangle. Tan 60 equal to opposite, that is 60 plus x. 60 plus 60 plus x. This whole thing from here to here by adjacent, that is y. But y, okay, tan 60 is root 3 equal to 60 plus 60, 120 plus x. Y is nothing but root 3x. So I'll keep it as root 3x. When I transpose root 3x into root 3, 3x equal to 120 plus x. Now transposing x this side, I get 3x plus x becomes minus x equal to 120. So 2x equal to 120. So x equal to 120 by 2. So x equal to 60 meters. So this is 60 meters. So therefore what is the height of the cloud? From here to here, 60 plus 60, that is 120 meters. So the height of the cloud is 120 meters. Alright, the next question. From the top of a building 15 meter high. So there is a building which is 15 meter high. Alright. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower is found to be 30. So since angle of elevation is involved, tower is taller and the angle of elevation is 30 degree. From the bottom of the same building, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is found to be 45. So from bottom of the same building, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. So this is the figure. Find the height of tower and distance between tower and building. So we have to find the height of the tower and distance. So let the distance between the two building and tower be x. If this is 15, this also will be 15, and let this be y. If this is x, this also is x, right? Now taking this triangle, tan 30 opposite by adjacent. So tan 30 degree equal to y by x. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to y by x. So x into 1x, y into root 3 y. So we got one equation. Now taking this entire triangle, we get tan 45 equal to 15 plus y by x. But we know x is root 3y. So instead of x, we can write it as root 3y, and we get 1 equal to 15 plus y by root 3y. Transposing 1 into root 3y will be root 3y itself. Now I'll take, so root 3y plus y becomes minus y equal to 15. So guys, y is common, so y into root 3 minus 1 equal to 15. So y equal to 15 by root 3 minus 1. So rationalizing denominator into root 3 plus 1. So here also into root 3 plus 1. So we get y equal to 15 into root 3 plus 1 by a square minus b square, root 3 square minus 1 square. Root 3 square is 3, minus 1 square is 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. So what do we get y as? 15 root 3 plus 1 by 2. Now x is root 3y. So x equal to root 3 into 15 into root 3 plus 1 by 2. So we get 15 root 3 into root 3 plus 1 by 2. Right? So this is the distance between the buildings. I think, okay, now if you open the bracket, if I take this root 3 inside, it becomes 15 into root 3 into root 3, 3 plus 1 into root 3 by 2 meters. So this is the distance between the buildings. This is how it has been given in the your options, right? So this is the distance between the buildings. The ninth question, guys, as observed from the top of a lighthouse. So there is a lighthouse and there must be the sea. Alright. So as observed from top of a lighthouse, 100 meter high above sea level. So this is 100 meter above sea level. Alright. The angle of depression of a ship sailing directly towards it changes from 30 to 60. So it is sailing towards it. Let's say it was here initially, it is come here. So angle is changing from 30 to 60. The further the distance, smaller the angle, right? Find the distance traveled by the ship during period of observation. So we have to find this. Let this be x and let this be y. But this is what we have to find. Now from this triangle, we get tan 60 degree equal to opposite by adjacent. So root 3 equal to 100 by y. So root 3y equal to 100. So y equal to 100 by root 3. So into root 3 into root 3. So we get y equal to 100 root 3 by 3 meters. So we got this as 100 root 3 by 3. Now taking this entire triangle, we get tan 30 degree equal to opposite, that is 100, by adjacent, that is 100 root 3 by 3 plus x. Alright. So now tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to 100 by, now here I have to take LCM, so by 1 into 3 into 3. So I get 100 root 3 plus 3x by 3. Now this 3 will go up. So it becomes 3 into 100, 300, right? Now transposing this when it comes here into 100 root 3 plus 3x equal to 300 into root 3, 300 root 3. So we get 3x equal to 300 root 3 minus 100 root 3. So 3x equal to, if I take root 3 common, we get 300 minus 100, 200. So we x equal to 200 into root 3, 200 root 3 by 3. So x, the distance travelled is 200 root 3 by 3 meters. The last question in the test, guys. At the foot of a mountain, the elevation of its summit is 45 degree. So let's say this is the height of the mountain. At the foot of a mountain, the angle of elevation is 45 degree. After ascending 1000 meters towards the mountain up a slope of 30 degree inclination, which means you are going something like this. So this is 30 degree, this whole, okay, I'll draw a bigger figure. Alright. Guys, always draw as big a figure as possible. So now this is the height of the mountain, and let's say this is the first part. So this angle is 45 degree. Now as you ascend, the angle of ascension is 30 degrees, the inclination. So this entire thing is 45 degree, this is 30 degree, and this goes on for 1000 meters. Alright. That is what they have said. After ascending 1000 meters towards the mountain up a slope of 30 degree inclination, the elevation is found to be 60 degree. So from here the angle of elevation is 60 degree, right? Find the height of the mountain. So we have to find this. Now here see, I'll draw vertical here. So if you see this triangle, right, we have not 300, it's 30 degree. We have one angle and we have hypotenuse. We need to find opposite. Right? So from what do we have? Hypotenuse and opposite, sine. So sine 30 equal to, let's say this is x, opposite by hypotenuse. So x, sine 30 is 1 by 2 equal to x by 1000. So x will be 1000 by 1000 into 1000 by 2 equal to x. So x equal to 500 meters. So we get this as 500 meters. This also should be 500 meters from here to here. Alright. Now guys, we also need to find this distance. Now again using the same triangle, this is adjacent, we have opposite and hypotenuse, we can use anything. I'll use opposite and adjacent. So let this be y. So we get opposite by adjacent is tan. So tan 30 equal to 500 by y. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equal to 500 by y. So y comes here, root 3 goes there. So y equal to 500 root 3. So we get this as 500 root 3. Alright. Now see this triangle. Now let this, we took this as y, we'll take this as, we have taken this as x, y, we'll take this as z. Alright. So this will also be z, and let this be h. It's not the height of the mountain, but a height of this part. So now from this triangle, what do we have? Tan 60 equal to opposite by adjacent, that is h by z, right? So tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 into z equal to h. So we got root 3 into z equal to h. Now we'll see the entire triangle, this one, this whole thing. What is the angle? 45 degree. So tan 45 degree equal to opposite, that is h plus 500 by adjacent, that is 500 root 3 plus z, right? Since we have to find root 3z is h is root 3z. So z can be written as h by root 3, right? So instead of z I can write this as h by root 3. So tan 45 is 1 equal to h plus 500 by 500 root 3. Here I take LCM by 1 into root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3, 3. 3 into 500, 1500 plus h by root 3. Now this root 3 goes up. So we get 1 equal to root 3 into h plus 500 by 1500 plus h, right? When I transpose this 1 into, this becomes 1500 plus h equal to root 3h plus 500 root 3. So we get, I'll get h on, plus it is H I'll take it this side, this I'll bring it this side, so it becomes 1500 minus 500 root 3 equal to root 3h minus h. Alright? So we get, from this I can take 500 common, 3 minus root 3 is what I get, and here I can take h common, root 3 minus 1. Right? So I'll get h equal to, from here, 500 in, okay, actually I'll just take, I can take root 3 common from here as well. So I'll take root 3 common here, I'll get root 3 minus 1. From here, if I take root 3 common, and this root 3 minus 1 will come down. So root 3 minus 1 comes down. So root 3 minus 1 cancels. So I get h equal to 500 root 3 meters. Right? So I got h as 500 root 3 meters, and the height of the mountain will be what? So height of mountain will be equal to this plus this. So 500 root 3 plus 500. I can take 500 common. So 500 into root 3 plus 1 meters. So this is the height of the mountain. Guys, it is all about getting your figure. Once you get the figure, it becomes really very easy to solve the problems.